Hey you guys, today I wanted to do a top 5 tips video on how to grow your natural nails so that they are strong and healthy. Now, I have to start this video with a disclaimer because some people's nails are more weak than others genetically, so even if you follow all of these tips, it may not be enough to get your nails to grow like really long or something. However, it should improve them overall. If you have like extremely weak nails, it should still help a little. Just don't want you to think that you're 100% guaranteed to get like dragon lady fingernails or something. However, I have found that these tips are very helpful. I have shared these tips with a lot of people in my life and they have seen their nails improve greatly. So yeah, I think they'll be very helpful for you. The reason I kind of wanted to do this video is because a few of you have mentioned on Instagram that you like my nails because I'm always like in my pictures and shit, and you asked if they're real, and yes they are. So I wanted to show you how I grew them out because they used to suck. They used to be like they would peel and be stumpy and they couldn't grow like past the end of my finger to like save my life, and now this is what they look like now. See, they are well past the end of my finger and I just cut these. So to be honest with you, like I can't even let them keep growing anymore. That's how strong they've gotten after doing my little 5-tip system here. I have to actually cut them or file them down because otherwise they get out of hand and I can't type and stuff. So I think I'm in a good place to tell you guys what I did to change it from like stumpy peely nails to these. That's me tapping them on the glass table. They're like made of wood at this point. With all that information out there, let us jump right in to our first tip. Tip number 1 is like a very practical tip. Never use your nails as tools. The easiest way to keep your nails breaking and in a cycle of breakage is to treat them like tools. Probably genetically, biologically, evolutionarily, that is what they're kind of meant for. However, like that's not what we use them for. So treat them accordingly. Don't pick things with them. The worst 2 culprits, in my opinion, are peeling stickers off of things and opening soda cans. Do not use your nails to do those. They will break, and then once you break them, they'll be like torn unevenly, and then they're not healthy, and then the ends are ragged, and then they break again, and it's like a whole vicious cycle. Just try to avoid using your nails as tools all the time, in general, no matter what, and it will do your nails good. Tip number 2, this tip is actually a product, and I actually wanted to keep this tips and not products. However, this particular product changed my nails to the point where I feel like I need to mention it, otherwise I would be leading you guys astray. I don't know if you can see the label because I think the light's blowing it out a little bit, but this is the CND Rescue RXX Daily Keratin Treatment for Nails. This is the only product that has ever simultaneously hardened my nails and also stopped the layers at the ends of my nails from peeling off. And I think the reason it works so well, if I had to like science it for a second, it is a keratin treatment. Keratin is the protein that your nails are made of, so it strengthens the keratin bonds in your nails, but it's also in a base of oils like almond oil and other things that are super nourishing and moisturizing for your nails. So I think the combination of those two strengthens the layers of keratin in your nail, but also moisturizes them and keeps it healthy enough that it stops it from peeling. And I think that combination is the key to stopping the ends of your nails from peeling. Since I started using this, I have seen a tremendous difference in my nails. I no longer get any peeling at the ends at all whatsoever. And honestly, like they're hard as rocks. What I do now is I just apply it before I paint my nails, like when I'm doing my home manicure, and keep it on for like 10 minutes and then wash my hands off and then do my manicure as normal. They do recommend that when you start using it, you use it daily, which I always have polish on my nails, so that's never going to happen. So when I first bought it, what I did was I treated them like I just described before I painted my nails, and then every day I would take some of it and I would actually paint it on the underside of my nail, because at that point my nails were just like a little bit longer than my finger, so it was like enough that I could get it under the tip. And that's where most of the peeling issues were anyway, so it worked really well. However, if your nails are like below the end of your nail bed, then you're probably going to have to like bite the bullet and at least for like a week or 2, leave your nails naked and then treat them with this every day. Tip number 3 is to adopt a rounded shape on your nails. This is easier nowadays because a round shape is a little bit more in style. Back when I first started to try to grow my nails out, like square nails were the thing. Like if you didn't have square nails, you were like a piece of dirt in the street. Like nobody had round nails. So when you have square nails, you're creating a little free edge that's a point. And if we want to talk about like geometry for a second, that is just not geometrically as strong as something round, because it's just like a little vulnerable edge of triangle just sitting out there waiting to catch on shit and break off. If you have square nails, tell me if I'm wrong, because I had square nails for the longest time. The edges are what breaks every damn time, and then when it breaks, it gets like a little split and it ruins the whole nail. And it's just over. It's just over from there. You don't need to do like a super pointy shape or anything. As a matter of fact, like getting it too pointy actually causes the tip to break more easily. I like to do an almond shape on mine. I find that this is like the most sustainable shape. To be honest, like now that they're longer, I play with the shape a little bit more, and sometimes I do them really pointy or whatever, because if the tips break off, they're so long and they grow so fast now that like I can afford to have them break a little bit. But if you're trying to grow them out, I highly recommend like a semi-rounded almond shape without a pointy tip. Tip number 4 is to make sure that you have healthy cuticles. For the longest time, I did not see the connection between your cuticle health and the strength of your nails. But at the time, I was going to a nail technician who I absolutely loved, but I moved away and she stopped doing nails and we're no longer together. However, she was very, very, very informative, and she explained to me that the health of your cuticle completely has an effect on the way your nails grow out. So the speed that they grow, the thickness that they grow, the hardness, the healthiness, whether they peel, a lot of that has to do with how healthy you keep your cuticles. And to be honest with you, it is so easy to keep your cuticles healthy as long as you're just diligent about it. If you live in a really cold climate, make sure that you moisturize them before you leave the house. No matter where you live, regardless of whether it is cold, hot, whatever, make sure that you moisturize them with an oil every night before you go to sleep. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be a specific cuticle oil. It just has to be something that will absorb into your skin. Almond oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, coconut oil. All 4 of those do an excellent job. So if you already have those, you don't even have to go out and buy anything. Just massage it into your cuticles every night before bed. It will make a big difference. If you already have problem cuticles that are super dry and peeling, I actually have an entire blog post on how you can heal them very quickly. It works like a charm, and I wish more people knew to do this. I will link that below in case you need to see it, because it is by far my most popular blog post of all time, and so many people have left me comments like thanking me for showing them how to like fix, like to break that cycle of peeling bloody cuticles, because I used to suffer with it so badly. And once I discovered this little trick, I was like, fuck yeah, this, everybody needs to know about this. And I wrote like a really long post about it. So I'm gonna link that below. It's actually super easy. But if your cuticles are normal, you just maybe think that they could be a little healthier and a little less dry, you can just rub some oils into them. Also wear gloves if it's cold outside. That definitely helps too. Tip number 5, and probably the coup de grace of this whole thing, is a healthy diet. I'm not going to actually sit here and tell you what a healthy diet is, because there are a lot of opinions swirling out there on the internet, and I don't need nobody jumping down my throat about it. However, when I say a healthy diet, I mean just real food with actual nutrition in it. Also included in this healthiness is hydration. Make sure that you stay hydrated with water all the time. That is also very, very important for the health of your hair and your nails and your skin, for obvious reasons. Like if your body is functioning properly, it will have the resources to do things like grow your nails and your hair and keep your skin healthy. So what I'm saying is drink water and don't live on junk. Like if your diet is Hot Pockets and Doritos, like that's not giving your body what it needs, and so your body's not going to do things like grow your nails for you. That is like a tremendous oversimplification of how it works, but I think it's like fairly accurate. So you can tell me if I'm wrong, but all I'm saying is processed shit food versus like a nice, robust, colorful salad are going to have an effect on how your nails will grow. And those, my friends, are my top 5 tips on how to grow out your natural nails if you are struggling with it. I know it can be really difficult, and I struggled with it for years. So I hope that maybe this is helpful for some of you who are struggling with that as well. If you have any other questions about growing out your nails or whatever, I'm not the most informed person when it comes to how nails work. I'm just kind of speaking from a place of like what I've learned as I've gone along. But feel free to leave me a question in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer it for you if I can. But other than that, that is all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. There will be another video out later this week, probably a tutorial. Don't forget to follow me on social. I am at Ms. QuinnFace on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I also blog a bunch of times a week or a month or whatever with some tips and tricks and all that kind of shit on my blog, MsQuinnFace.com. I will link that below as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next one.